You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep.
Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right to the air is Richardson. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Looking at that play, Mike, there's really no fault on the offense there. That's just an incredible read defensively from the get-go. This is a short, safer pass. They've talked all week. Let's get an early completion, settle in our quarterback. And what happens? The defender steps in front. He's able to make the pick. And that is the fast start this defense was hoping and talking about all week.
Right to the air goes Lawrence. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with the deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, like negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
At their own 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Richardson. He'll look deep for Pittman. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. A big gainer for Indianapolis. It's a gain of 34. On first down, it's Richardson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this one is caught by Pierce.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make...
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. It is brought in the end zone. Anthony Gould. Touchdown, Colts. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. The PAT up and good. And the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He's going to keep it himself. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down. Allen in motion. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. We are through 1. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. Third and 9. Allen in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it up. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Lots of space past the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And he'll take it on in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indy. Now the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will take a 14-6 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Keelan Robinson to return. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Sending a receiver right. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will score. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. He'll drop to throw. And that is not going to work. It's incomplete. Trying to tie the game with a 2-point conversion, but unable to do so. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Richardson going to look to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a 1st down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will up the lead to 5. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. A second down throw for Richardson. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throw.
This one intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Lawrence now. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Going for it all. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket. And great example of it here.
They'll run. It's Etienne. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They go play action for Lawrence. That is caught. What a throw. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. He'll get this ahead for about 3. It is Jordan Lewis who brought him down. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Richardson. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. And that's well read by the defense. Knocked backwards. He's back at his own 9-yard line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
From the gun, a give to Etienne.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Allen in motion. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. A gain there of 15. First down, Jacksonville.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big...
Trying to make a play out of the pocket, couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tarvarius Ward.
So this was a great stress test for this defense, Mike. Everybody prepares to defend a quarterback from within the pocket. But how do you defend that quarterback when he breaks the pocket? In this case, watch everybody flow. Everybody stays with the play and maintains their assignment. They get rewarded for a chance at the interception, and he comes through with the pick.
They get 15 on that game. First down, Indianapolis. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Got his man at the 6. The Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Catch made. That's Woods. And a big collision there. Down near the goal line. Keeps him out of the end zone. Taylor's going to try to pull his way in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It's the linebacker, Chad Muma.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The carry here for Etienne. Up the sideline at the 35. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll go back to Etienne on first down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Third down and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. This runs straight ahead for Etienne. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Once again, it's Etienne. Etienne has the first down, still going. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. Open man downfield. It's Mitchell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And this will be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That's good for a Colts.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And the Jaguars will take over at their own 14-yard line. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. On the ground, here's Etienne. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Going up top. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Colts 14. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Richardson. That one taken in by Mitchell. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Richardson and the Colts come to the line. They'll try to tack on 2 more. They'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Shaq Thompson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Colts 20.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now, Etienne. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Etienne. Etienne has the 1st down, still going. And he'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 9-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Indianapolis.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again.